It used to be enjoying a good drink was a crime. That was the 1920s, the decade that roared. Prohibition made the common drinker a criminal, and the men who made the hooch, felons. Chicago was a hotbed for speakeasies and nightclubs, where booze and beer continued to flow freely, and a person could still quench his thirst. Those risque times have been romanticized over the decades. The reality? Prohibition made a few enterprising individuals extremely wealthy. They became known as public enemies. Joe Soltis was public enemy number 9. Joe's territory on the south side of Chicago bordered with those of the O'Donnells and the Capones. While Joe's headlines of antics syndicated across the country, his fame has since faded. However, this scarcely remembered gangster has left behind one of the richest caches of gangland history, most notably one of his breweries. The Thornton Brewery was built in 1857 by John Beifeld, a German brewer who made beer well into the 1900s. Found recently during renovations, a beer order dated 1902. When Soltis took over the operations in the 20s, the brewery underwent a major expansion. To hide the internal workings, Joe built warehouses to front other businesses. They sold bottled water and soda pop, but the real money was always in alcohol. Joe had other breweries and distilleries around, particularly in Joliet, Lamont, and Winter, Wisconsin. But Thornton was his choice facility. It was once said, "There's something about the water out around Thornton. It makes better beer." To this day, pure water springs up from the aquifer 70 feet below and is being used for the production of spirits. When Prohibition ended, Soltis made a move to gain legal license to continue operations. His application was denied. That didn't stop the seasoned beer baron. He somehow maintained control. A few of the labels from the era were Thornton Lager, Fredericks, McAvoy's, and White Bear, amongst others. As history has it, up until the 1970s, the Soltis family were still collecting rent on the old brewery warehouses. Recently, another Soltis returned to Thornton. 81 years after his great-grandfather tried to go legit, Steve Soltis received a standing ovation from the village trustees for presenting plans to open a distillery in the same building. Soltis Family Spirits is a craft distillery producing rum, whiskeys, and gin. As production continues in Joe's Prohibition warehouses, customers can enjoy a bar situated in Beifeld's old malting tower. Today, while it may not be a crime to enjoy a good drink, it would be a crime not to enjoy a good drink and a piece of history here at Soltis Family Spirits.